It's a fixture in Northeast Ohio, and this year the Goodyear Blimp turns 100 years old. From its first helium-filled flight to the familiar sight we see in the sky today, the airship has carried a century of history. In tonight's Leon Bibb, Then and Now, Leon takes us back to where it all began and shows us how the blimp continues to soar into the future.
If you could travel back in time 100 years to this very spot, you'd see something like this. Today, it's a recreation. Wingfoot One stands in for its 1925 ancestor, Pilgrim, Goodyear's first helium-filled blimp. Back then, it lifted off from what was called Stow Field, now Kent State University Airport.
The airships kind of tend to bring on a little bit of a sense of wonderment with folks.
Wingfoot and crew landed here for Kent State's Aeronautics and Engineering Expo, an event honoring aviation's early days. It also was where Pilgrim was christened.
This airship right now, it's all gray. The purpose of that is we're paying homage to the Pilgrim, our first commercial airship that flew 100 years ago.
Over the generations, Goodyear blimps have known many skies, once patrolling during wartime for the U.S. Navy, now waltzing in civilian skies above major events across the globe.
We're 1,000 feet in the air flying overhead, and we may see them wave, believe it or not, but you certainly can't get close enough to do what they're doing right now.
At the Expo, Wingfoot One shared the stage with vintage aircraft, including the 1928 Ford Trimotor, America's first mass-produced airliner.
It was a Northeast Ohio show, the Goodyear Blimp, headquartered in Mogadore, Ohio. And blimp pilot Adam Basaran, a graduate of Kent State University, along with two other pilots of Goodyear blimps, all of this at the Kent Expo, which saluted the early days of aviation.
But it was the Goodyear blimp, Wingfoot One, that headlined the day, the big boy on the field. Pilot Adam Basaran started its engines and the airship, almost the length of a football field, lifted. All of it under the watchful eyes of the crowd.
So what does a blimp feel like?
The blimp feels like soft and fluff.
Soft and smooth.
Soft and smooth.
A majestic giant gliding gracefully in the air and surprisingly mobile. Root.
The airships actually fly everywhere they go. So if we're going to take Wingfoot One out to LA, we're going to do that on a schedule that's going to typically take us a couple weeks.
With stops along the way. On this day, Wingfoot One has stopped in Kent, showing off a bit, delighting the crowd, just as the ancestor of this airship delighted the crowd 100 years ago. For 3 News, I'm Leon Bibb.
That is very cool. In celebration of its centennial year, the blimp is making appearances in more than 100 cities across North America and Europe.